All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the pre-stream. How you guys doing today? Today is Sunday, the 14th of November, 2021. I'm DSP, and I welcome you here to the pre-stream. Got a good amount of stuff to talk about today. Interesting vibes on the internet this morning. In regards to many different things. And I'd like to talk about some of those. First of all, Jasper Kitty's in the office today, and he will be causing a ruckus, I feel. He hasn't been in the office for several days because my wife has actually been going to work a little bit on the later side today. She was scheduled earlier, which means that he's been in here since the beginning of me working in here. And he is super full of energy. There's a lot of wind outside and everything, and that always kind of gets him excited. So we'll see what happens. Like I actually posted a tweet on Twitter. I was like, so today I'm playing GTA San Andreas, and we're going to be playing this while Jasper's in the office. A recipe for disaster, right? So anyway, I hope everyone is having a good weekend, and I welcome you all here to my full day of gameplay streaming. I'm still here another 4 days this week. Yeah, we're not even halfway through my streaming week yet, even though it feels like it's been a pretty lengthy streaming week already, doesn't it? I guess that's a good thing, right? So I'm excited for today. I hope that you guys are too. Let's talk a little bit. First of all, you may have noticed that I have a new show that I put out on DSPGaming every day. Did you notice? Thank you to Meow Mix Meow, who has just become a channel member. Thumbs up. I guess what I should mention is we're only 12 members away from hitting the monthly goal. 12. That's not... Wait, excuse me. 18 is what I meant to say. 18. That's not many. Less than 20 is doable in one day, okay? I know there are many of you right now watching on stream who are not members. I know there are many of you watching this video on demand who are not members. We're only 18 members away from hitting the goal. If we hit the goal, that means Christmas marathon event. Me in holiday attire, drinking all day long, playing a variety of games that you guys will nominate and vote on. If you're a member, you'll get priority to nominate and vote. It's a no-brainer that you become a member if you're not, okay? Please consider it. Just figured throw that out there. It's appropriate because that popped up there. Okay. So anyway, I have a new show that I'm doing here on YouTube. It's called The Daily Wrap. And shout out to Swaggins, my moderator, who gave me the idea for that name. So what is The Daily Wrap? The Daily Wrap is at the end of every workday for me. I'll turn on my camera for like 5 minutes and just talk a little bit in summary about what happened that day. Whether there were big events, whether there wasn't that many events, but I want to give a little summary of what we did in each game that I played that day, or whatever. Basically, the Daily Wrap will be a way. Wow, thank you to CloudZ for becoming a channel member. This is cool. What I'll do is, during the course of the pre-stream, I'll check for running channel members and see if this number goes up, which would be awesome if it does, because we're getting closer and closer, okay? But anyway, the reason that I feel this new idea, the Daily Wrap, will work is because not everyone who watches my YouTube content... Because, by the way, now my on-demand YouTube videos are actually a focus again. Holy crap. Not everyone who watches my YouTube content can watch a hour-long pre-stream and doesn't really care about gaming news and all that kind of crap and shout-outs that we do for the live people on live stream. A lot of people just want, in a nutshell, a condensed idea of what happened today so you know what to expect or what to look out for. I'll give you a perfect example, okay? As of last night, my Guardians of the Galaxy uploads were still screwed up. I played Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday on my main gameplay stream. Once again, a Blondie song played during the playthrough. And for whatever reason, any Blondie songs seem to block videos on YouTube. This is a new experience for me because, as you guys know, usually I would leave music out or turn off music that's licensed. But I've been leaving it in for this last week. And whenever the song that plays in Guardians of the Galaxy is Blondie Call Me. Well, Blondie, no, I will not call you anytime. In fact, I won't call you at all because every time I call you, it blocks my goddamn video on YouTube, and I don't want to put up with that shit. Okay? So it's really annoying. And so, yeah, the Blondie song played during Guardians, and it blocked the video. So Part 7 of Guardians of the Galaxy was blocked, and I had people posting up comments on the videos on Twitter. Where is it? Where's Part 7? So I, in this Daily Wrap video, explain. Blondie song played. I'm currently editing out the song. Once it's out, the video should be live. So people knew that, and overnight, the good news is the song edited out, and the video went live 2 thumbs up. So the daily wrap actually has a good purpose, I feel. I want to keep doing it as long as I find a reason to do it. If there's a day that there's just not much going on at all and I don't really want to talk about it, then I won't. But I feel at least what I can do is just say, okay, here's what streams we did today. Here's what we did in each game. If there's any other quick news, done, right? It's a cool, digestible way to recap what happened. So for now, people seem to like it. So I will keep doing it. If we find that it is excessive and it's not needed, then I'll stop doing it. But people seem to like the idea, so I'm going to keep doing it at least in the short term and see how it goes. So every day, you're going to see a pre-stream, you're going to see my gameplay videos for the day, and you're going to see a daily wrap video. I've even made a playlist for it on DSPGaming here. So for those of you who just want to watch the daily wrap videos, you could do that. Okay? Cool? Awesome. All right. So let's talk, guys. So we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on in the realm of gaming before we get to the gaming schedule and all of that today. First of all, the online hate for the Grand Theft Auto Remastered trilogy seems to continue. And I hate to say it, it seems to be about a 50-50 split. Seems like content creators are slamming the fuck out of this trilogy, still saying, oh, graphically it sucks, graphically there's this issue, that issue, this issue, okay? But it's funny, because every post that I'm seeing from these content creators who are slamming the fuck out of the game, I see people in the comments saying, well, I'm playing the trilogy and I'm enjoying it. I like the graphical improvements. I think the control improvements, the checkpoints are good. Yeah, it definitely could have been better, but people were apparently expecting a GTA 5 level remaster when they never promised that, especially for the price tag they're charging for this. So I don't really understand where the level of being upset is. And it basically continues. Like, it just seems to be this dichotomy between people who are the talking heads, the figures who want to relay opinions on the internet and seem to be known for it, versus the people actually playing the game who actually don't seem to be hating it that much. All right? Personally, my opinion is I like it so far, but I completely disagree with 2 things. Number one, they should have never removed the originals from the internet. They should have remained on there so that if you wanted to play the original versions of the game that were not changed and edited in this way, you could have played them. Right? That's stupid to remove the original work in order to put. That would be like saying, well, we're going to take the Mona Lisa down off the wall of the museum because we have one where we touched it up, and here's the touched up version of the Mona Lisa. That's the only one you can look at now. What? That doesn't even retain the spirit of the original. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of stupid. It's, you know what I compare? Oh my God, I just got a great comparison in my head. Are you guys ready? Here's the comparison. The original Star Wars trilogy of movies, the George Lucas CGI remakes, where he basically made it you could not buy or watch the originals anymore. You could only get his CGI remakes. He did this in the 1990s. He basically took down all the versions of the movie and made it so you could only buy the CGI versions that suck. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Is it's kind of a similar situation. It's like, gee, how do we make a big cash grab? Take down the originals so anyone who wants to play them. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I think that's a really fucking shitty thing to do that Rockstar did to make a quick buck this holiday season. And one of the major reasons, because this is part 2 of what I think what's messed up about this remastered trilogy, is that the games are too easy. Because they added in checkpoints, because they added in the ability to resume, because the guns auto-aim much more accurately, because it seems like either you take less damage or the enemies take more damage. I'm not sure. At least for my first 6 hours of San Andreas, there's only been one mission that challenged me. One. And I had to play it maybe like 6-7 times, and then I finally beat it. I was like, okay, that's typical for classic GTA that you would have to do that. But it's funny, I played for 6 hours and only one mission has challenged me. Because all these improvements just make the game easy. It takes the big moments of the game that the game is known for, driving along the train and trying to do the drive-by against the gang members on top of the train, right? And also the mission where you're on the bike with OG Loke trying to kill the person from prison. These are missions that were synonymous with very, very challenging difficulty in the original games. They no longer are challenging. They're incredibly piss easy. So how crazy is it? The original game of San Andreas, everyone knows the quote. All you had to do was follow the train, CJ. That Big Smoke says when you fail the mission. In this game, the vast majority of people will never fail that mission and never hear that quote. So you've changed the games. You know what I mean? To me, that's kind of weird because I remember, experiencing the originals 9 years ago and having those big cultural moments with you guys in the playthroughs, and now they don't exist anymore. You see? So we'll see what happens as I continue to play them. Right now, my 6 hours into San Andreas, I actually really like it. I love the graphical improvements. I love the lighting improvements. The only problem has been the brightness and contrast, which we've been adjusting on the fly and trying to fix. But outside of that, I really don't have any complaints outside for the difficulty seems a little weird. But the fact that we have a almost like consensus of content creators on the internet shitting on this trilogy, someone actually said, listen to this. Someone actually said that this is the Cyberpunk 2077 of 2021. You're going to tell me a trilogy remaster or whatever you want to call it that was dropped literally out of nowhere, no hype for it, no anticipation, no promises were made with this trilogy, okay? That has some graphical issues for some people and a few bugs is the equivalent of a game that was hyped for almost a decade, made insane over-the-top promises that were not kept in any way, shape, or form, ran one of the worst running games ever at launch for a new release, terrible plot for the most part, terrible atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like, I could go on and on about how bad Cyberpunk was for many reasons. While this trilogy, I can understand why you'd be upset that it's not as good as you would hoped, or maybe you would hope that they would have represented it, but there is no fucking way that you, as a logical human, someone who is responsible in the things that you say on the internet when you have a following, that you can equate Cyberpunk 2077 to the GTA Definitive Edition trilogy. That's called being an irresponsible douchebag. You're trying to over-dramatize the situation for personal gain. That's exactly what it is. So it pisses me off to see supposedly well-renowned, respected content creators going out there and basically saying it's the same situation. You're out of your fucking mind. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How can you even, with any kind of clear conscience, say something like that? And the truth is, these people don't have a clear conscience, or they don't have a conscience at all. They don't realize that what they say and do on the internet has repercussions. They really don't. They don't realize that when you have a following on the internet, you have a responsibility to make sure that what you're saying is at least semi-accurate, because people will believe you as the Bible truth when you say shit like that. The truth is, Jasper's looking at my head. The truth is, if you never played the originals, there's nothing wrong with this trilogy at all. This is a great way to jump into this trilogy at entry level. It really is. It doesn't have any of the foibles of the original games with saving and having to drive across the map a bazillion times because there's no checkpoints and stuff. And it doesn't have a lot of the graphical issues. Like, for example, the originals, you can't even rotate the camera 360 degrees. They lock at these set angles, like 90-degree angles, so you can't even see around you in the game. Like, it's preposterous to me. Jasper, please get down. It's preposterous to me that someone would make a fucking statement like that. But they do, because this is what they do now. Instead of actually being honest, they just want to over-dramatize everything for clickbait views. So, the one case that I would argue that this may be semi-truthful is PC, because you still can't play it on PC. PC, the launcher, you can only play these games through the Rockstar launcher. The games were crashing through the Rockstar launcher. Now they were taken down because not only were they crashing, but apparently people had hacked the files and found the source code for the game and shit like that. So, I totally understand if you have this on PC, all right? If you have this on PC and you can't play it and you paid for it, yeah, then you have a gripe. Outside of that, literally every other version of the game, I mean, come on. This is not fucking Cyberpunk. How can you even fucking say that with a straight face and not feel like you fucked up and said something stupid? But anyway, for me, I like the trilogy so far. I'm excited for more today as we head into San Andreas for my third session. Now we're finally getting out of the introductory missions, and we're going to head out to the open world exploration of San Andreas today. I don't know in the next 3 hours, which will be today's stream, where we end up. I can't remember, actually. But people already have been saying, you got to do the vigilante missions. You got to do the ambulance missions. You got to do the fire engine missions, because these are all missions that are critically important for the end of the game. Those final, string of missions at the end of the game, you need to have the increased health, the fire resistance, the double armor. So likely I will end up doing those missions. Plus, because we're playing a new version of the game, I'll get new achievement points for doing them anyway. So it's kind of like a double reward, right? So I'm going to likely do them, okay? So, I'm excited for more GTA today. I hope you guys are too. By the way, it's funny. Exactly what I thought would happen happened yesterday. So, what do I mean by that? I was telling you guys all the way up to the release of this GTA trilogy. I said, I know exactly what will happen because this happens every single time in history that I've played Grand Theft Auto. I'll be playing a bunch of games and everyone's happy. And then all of a sudden a Grand Theft Auto game comes out. Whether it's a remaster, whether it's me just deciding to play a retro game or whatever it may be. And I start playing it, and immediately, anytime that I play any other game on stream, people come on the stream like, where's GTA? Wait, you're not playing Grand Theft Auto today? Where's San Andreas? Where's CJ? I don't understand. Why aren't you playing it? Don't you understand that this is the only game that people want to see? Phil, don't you understand that Grand Theft Auto is the holy fucking grail of gaming? This happens every time. So yesterday, I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, by the way, my first 2 streams of Guardians of the Galaxy were very successful streams. The attendance was high. The support was great. People were saying, wow, this game is really good. We really like it. I'm glad that you're playing it. Especially because, keep in mind, I did not play Guardians at release. I waited about an extra week to start it up. So people were upset that I hadn't played it at launch, right? Yesterday, I go to play Guardians of the Galaxy. Attendance is half what it was. Everyone's complaining I'm not playing GTA. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? How? How do opinions change within a few days? People were, oh, this isn't GTA. You should be playing GTA. This is boring, man. Why are you playing this? What the fuck? Really? Like, not to say that it pisses me off, because there are still people coming in enjoying whatever I'm playing, and I appreciate that. But, man, it's disheartening when we're in the middle of a great playthrough, and just because GTA is being played on another stream that people gotta, like, they get that tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? That fucking crazy tunnel vision where they can't get, I just want to see more GTA constantly. I think the other thing is, people know that there's 3 games in this trilogy, and that there's a lot of GTA content for me to do in the next month or 2. So they're like foaming at the mouth for the GTA content, and knowing that I'm going to be doing it for a long time. Excuse me. And so that being said, thanks to those who are liking GTA. No, really, I appreciate those who are on the streams and supporting them. But man, please be respectful for those who don't want to see GTA or are going to be around for the other streams. Keep in mind, I'm alternating GTA with Guardians. I'm about halfway through Guardians. People are saying it's 15 to 20 hours long, and I'm 9 hours in. I don't know if that means another 2 to 3 streams. You know, we'll see, pacing-wise, how I do with the game. But it's going to be alternated. It's not going to be GTA every single day. You know, we're going to be alternating between the games, so I hope you guys understand that. And if you don't care for Guardians, fine. You don't have to be here for the stream, but don't sit here and crap on it, you know. And by the way, come on back for the Guardian streams is what I meant to say. I don't know what happened yesterday. Really, like, it's a little bit concerning when I'm enjoying a game. Everyone says it's great. Playthrough's amazing. I take a few days off to play other new releases. I come back, and where'd the audience go? Right? I don't know what happened. So, let's see what happens moving forward. But yeah, I mean, Guardians was great yesterday, and I hope that people won't just say GTA every single stream, okay? So anyway, personally, I'm liking the remaster trilogy. I'm looking forward to more today and moving forward. Like I said, I have confirmed 100% I will be playing all 3 games. I definitely don't know if I'll be doing all of them back to back. I'm not against doing them back to back. At the very same time, I look at games such as the Mass Effect trilogy, and I say, man, when I played that back-to-back, it didn't work. People got burnt out and didn't want to see any more of it. So maybe we should take a break. I don't know. Let's see what happens, okay? So that's number 1. It's the number 1 thing I wanted to talk about this morning. Another thing going on right now is now finally we're kind of reaching almost year-end, right? We're getting near the end of the year now. And the Game Awards are coming soon. I think it's within a month now the Game Awards are going to happen. And whenever the Game Awards happen, everyone starts talking about their Game of the Year choices. And this is definitely going to be a weird year. Because unlike previous years where you can at least say, okay, I can think of 3-4 games and maybe like 1 or 2 front runners for Game of the Year, I think everyone this year has a different opinion on what were the best games of 2021. Like, personally for me, when I think of all the games I played this year, some of the standouts, I think of definitely Resident Evil Village. That one really stands out in my head as one of the best games I played this year. I would say Psychonauts 2. I would say Kena Bridge of Spirits. I would say 12 Minutes. I would say definitely Lost Judgment is in the discussion for sure, even though I'm not even at the end of the game yet. Definitely one of my favorite games of the year. You know, what I would really have to do, I would have to sit down and look at a list of all the games I played and start to really refresh myself on the stuff that I did this year. But what's funny is this year, there were a lot of games that I thought would have been shoo-ins that were basically not great games. Like, I'll give you an example. Returnal. I thought for sure, I thought that game had a recipe for success. PlayStation 5 exclusive. Amazing graphics. A unique formula that I wasn't really used to. Then I played the game and I actually was like, man, this game has so many problems. It definitely could have been a lot better. The game design itself is just flawed, you know? So, this year, I feel, I would say Forza Horizon 5, a lot of people are gonna say yes. Forza Horizon 5 is definitely one of the best ones. Guardians of the Galaxy, I would say, is one of the best ones right now. See, it's funny for me, a lot of the games that I think are some of the best games of the year, I'm just playing now. They just came out. So I'm trying to get through them. How can I make a judgment on Game of the Year when I'm playing some of the best games? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, you know, moving forward, especially with some other games that are coming out soon. You know, Halo Infinite. I think a lot of people are eyeballing and be like, that one could be a shoo-in for Game of the Year because it seems like they're finally doing everything right over there at 343 Industries. So we'll see with that too. But anyway, what's funny is I don't think there's a consensus at all. Some people are saying like Deathloop is the best game of the year. Deathloop. The game that no one mentioned after the first week it was out. Has anyone thought about Deathloop once since its release week? Yet, all the reviewers gave it like 10 out of 10. You're like, why? What the fuck was in that game that was 10 out of 10? And no one can really justify that, but all the reviewers gave it 10 out of 10. I don't even know. But that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't seem to me like there is a definitive consensus this year. So it'll be very interesting to see come next month what games are going to actually make it into the nominees and what was going to win Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Again, not that it matters. The Game Awards are just one awards show. They don't mean anything. Just because something wins at the Game Awards does not mean it's the best game of the year at all. It just means that a very subjective group of people who are in the gaming industry said it was. So, excuse me. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's interesting because everyone's got this different opinion this year. You know, everyone. So, we'll have to see what happens. You know, I think they said there's going to be like 6 games that'll be nominated. The one thing that gets me, though, is really, like, one of the front runners for me is Resident Evil Village, which earlier in the year, everyone was excited for and hyped for. It was in April, right? Why is no one talking about the game anymore? In April, everyone thought it was, like, one of the best games ever made, and now no one's talking about Resident Evil Village at all. This happens every year. The games that release at the beginning of the year somehow get forgotten by the end of the year, and no one talks about them when it comes to Game of the Year contention. I don't know why people have this bad memory, but this happens every year. If you notice, take a look at any game that's usually released in the first few months. It's like it never existed. Like, what the fuck happened? But yeah, like Resident Evil Village for me is one of the best games of the year, and it looks like most people aren't even mentioning it for Game of the Year, which is stupid. You're going to have games in there that are fucking, you know, so lackluster, but you're going to forget that because it was a survival. The other thing is, it's a survival horror game, and it's like, oh my god, survival horror being a Game of the Year contender? Let's be honest here. What was it, 2-3 years ago? Resident Evil 2, the remake, was one of the best survival horror games ever made in history, and arguably one of the best produced games I've ever seen. At that time, it looked so gorgeous on the PlayStation 4, and it didn't get Game of the Year nominees. You fucking tell me why. Because it's survival horror. It's like movies too. Movies, you notice that certain types of movies never get nominated for Oscar. A comedy never gets an Oscar. Why? Why does a movie have to be a fucking drama to win an Oscar? It doesn't make sense. But that's the case, is that it always has to be a fucking a serious piece in order to get considered to be the best movie of the year. And same thing with games. Oh, it's a Game of the Year. It has to be like a serious, dramatic plot. You can't have horror. Horror is not allowed. I just don't understand that. I don't. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. But I'm just saying, we're in that season now. All the buzz starts for Game of the Year. You're going to see people start talking about this. And, you know, obviously, we'll see what happens as the nominees actually get announced and stuff like that. I'm sure there'll be a lot more to talk about in that regard, right? Okay. Another thing, though, there's still buzz that Halo Infinite's multiplayer may drop tomorrow as an anniversary. 20th anniversary of Xbox is tomorrow. And people are like, man, what if the multiplayer dropped for the anniversary, you know, early? Because it's supposed to come out next month, but what if it came out then and you could play it right away? I would be excited. I would be stoked. I would be happy to drop everything tomorrow and play the Halo Infinite multiplayer with you guys. I would actually be super hyped for that. It would be something very different, throw a monkey wrench into the plans, but at the same time, it's a happy surprise, right? But it's not confirmed, and we don't know what's going to happen. I guess we'll have to see overnight if we get any updates on this overnight and any definitive information. Tomorrow could be Guardians, or it could be Halo multiplayer. So it depends on what happens there. The last thing I want to talk about before we kind of get to the schedule and the usual shout-outs and everything. So, people now are playing the Battlefield 2042 10-hour preview. The game is not out yet. You can't buy it and play it yet. You can pre-order it. You can't fully buy it and play the full version yet. But you can do a 10-hour preview if you're part of EA Play. Okay, EA Play is that subscription program where you get access to their games early. And also, it's part of Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, you have EA Play. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, people are playing Battlefield 2042, and you know, I'm not very happy. I'm not happy about it. Here's why. I was hoping that 2021 would be the year when Battlefield comes back and reestablishes itself as a major contender for the title of first-person shooter leader. And this would be the year that they would do it, because Call of Duty has failed this year. Call of Duty Vanguard flopped sales-wise. The first initial sales numbers are coming out now, at least in the UK, so United Kingdom. 22 or something percent decline in physical sales, over 40% decline in digital sales over launch weekend from last year. That's a huge difference. This isn't like, oh, a little bit. 40% decline in sales. That's a ginormous difference. Now, here's the thing, though. It's not that the game didn't sell. Call of Duty still sold millions upon millions of copies. It's still a dynamo and a sales force, and Activision ain't going to be going bankrupt overnight because Call of Duty is selling between 20 to 40% less this year. But this absolutely is a wake-up call to Activision Blizzard saying, what the fuck are you doing? You can't just pump out shovelware every year, minor tweaks, reusing assets and shit. You have to put out a quality game if you want people to come buy it. And this year, finally, gamers spoke with their wallets and said, no, we are not going to buy this Call of Duty game because it's not good. Okay? Personally, I'm happy about that. I've been talking about this for 2 months, saying, man, I really hope that people will not spend their big money on this game if it doesn't have a reason to spend money on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why keep buying the annual version of this game over and over and over if it's not worth it, if there's not enough improvements, etc.? And I was definitely expecting that there would be some kind of a change, especially with all the negative press against Activision this year. The beta that came out and people were completely underwhelmed by the beta that seemed glitchy as fuck, right? Well, it looks like gamers are speaking with their wallets, which is exactly what you needed to do. If you wanted improvement, you had to speak up, and it looks like people did do that. Good. That's a good thing, man. Now, by the way, this is only UK numbers. We don't have US numbers yet. We don't have worldwide numbers yet. But you have to think that at least this will be similar around the world. Maybe not as bad as the UK, but you're going to see a decline. And Activision hopefully now is going to listen, not ignore it, but listen and fucking do something about it next year. By the way, shout out to Stonewall82, who just became a standard supporter. This is awesome, guys. I'm going to update this total by the end of pre-stream, and we'll see. I'm pretty sure it's going up right now. I think we're probably up another 1 or 2, if not 3. So, that being said, this would have been the year that Battlefield now could say, haha, yes, Call of Duty has fallen. Let's sneak in, and let's take that crown for the top FPS of the year. Well, if you played the beta like me for Battlefield 2042, and you saw the game definitely had some wonkiness and some issues, apparently people who were playing the 10-hour preview are saying they are completely underwhelmed. The game does not seem very good. It's basically par for the course. It feels almost exactly like the beta. There's a few different changes to it that, like, some of the graphical bugs have been fixed, but outside of that, the gameplay is wonky and not great. And basically, it feels like an unfinished game. It feels like a game that needs another 3 to 6 months in the oven, per se, before it's ready to really be sold as a competitive first-person shooter. That's disappointing. Why? What happened here? Seriously, what happened here? And I guess some of the major major criticisms is that the game just doesn't have enough maps at all. The game doesn't have enough weapons at all. The game doesn't have enough replayability at all. I mean, yeah, if you're hooked on the gameplay loop, great, but unlike Call of Duty, where constantly you're unlocking things and leveling up experience levels and stuff, it's not like that in Battlefield. Basically, Battlefield is kind of like bare bones right now. And it's about to be released, what, 2 weeks? If that, right? So, basically people are like, yeah, it just doesn't seem very good. And so, guys, here's the truth. I'm going to be honest with all of you. You know, I'm a transparent guy these days. I look at this and I'm like, I don't know if I want to play Battlefield. I might skip both Call of Duty Vanguard and Battlefield 2042. I might. You know, what's the point of dropping money into the game if it doesn't feel like it's finished and there's not enough content, and I'm going to play it for a few sessions and everyone's going to get bored with it? You know? I don't know. So I'm thinking about, here's the thing. I'm not 100% saying I'm skipping it. I'm not. But at the same time, why spend 60 or 70, however much it's going to be, all right, 60 or 70 bucks on a game that I'll play a few times and everyone will say, it's kind of shitty, and then I don't play it again. You know? So I guess we'll see. Let's pay attention to the next week or two and see if anything new happens with the game, gets updated or whatever, but I'm strongly considering skipping it. When was it coming out? I have it in my release list here. Hold on. I haven't looked at my release list in a million years. The 19th, so it's at, oh my god! It comes out this week? What? I had no idea. It comes out the same day as Pokemon? I didn't even know that. Oh. Well, now I really got to think about it. Because here's the thing. I also am on the fence about Pokemon for now. Not saying that I'm not going to play Pokemon. I don't want to scare anyone. Because everyone, you know, there's definitely a group of people out there who love my Pokemon playthroughs. I know that. People see my Pokemon playthroughs as they're chill, they're fun, they're very interactive. Especially the last couple of Pokemon playthroughs have been very interactive experiences that people have grown to enjoy, and they like having that as a part of my staple content. But we all know that the Pokemon playthroughs, especially ones that are the remasters, Pokemon Sword and Shield was a brand new game, but this next one coming out, what is it? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Isn't it like a remaster of a remaster? Like, that's what people are saying. Like, the original games are remasters of another game, so technically these are remasters of remasters or something like that. So, I want to play them? Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. I do want to play them, okay? But, if I'm in the middle of playing Guardians of the Galaxy, if I'm in the middle of playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, if I'm in the middle of playing all these other games, right, then maybe I want to hold off until I finish one. And I'm thinking Guardians is probably going to finish first. If you take a look at, the length of the game, like I said, people are saying it's anywhere from 15 to 20 hours long, and I'm about 9 hours in. So maybe another 3 streams of Guardians, and I wrap it up. So maybe one more stream this week, and then maybe like 2 more streams next week. It's done, and then maybe I jump into Pokemon. But we'll see. But basically, I was even thinking, I'm on the fence about starting Pokemon on release day, that maybe I'll play it a little bit later after I beat Guardians, okay? And on top of that, I know a lot of people are looking forward to possibly me playing Metroid Dread, and I was thinking maybe we could do that as well. So I was thinking, okay, so maybe my playthroughs could be like Metroid Dread and Pokemon and GTA, and the night streams could be Lost Judgment and Forza Horizon 5 or something like that. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But what I'm thinking about is, like, man, now Battlefield was supposed to come out on Friday. Like, oh my god, really? Battlefield is coming out on Friday? I don't know. Well, let's talk about it over the week. Like I'll be honest with you. I was pumped for a lot of these different games coming out. I really was. I was excited for these. And now it's like underwhelming, disappointing, not finished, incomplete, not enough content. It's like, geez, man. This is the current state of game development. These games just get pumped out and they're not good. And they're just, wow. You know? So, I guess we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens over the course of this week. Let's see what you guys want. We'll go from there. Fair enough? All right. I'm not saying, the thing is, if I want to get Battlefield, I can get it. But I don't know if I want to drop the money on a game that none of us are sold on. If you guys absolutely want to see me play Pokemon right away, I can get it. But again, if we're in the middle of other playthroughs, why have those playthroughs be delayed to finish, right? Especially if I'm near the end of a game like Guardians. Let's see what happens, all right? Okay, so anyway, disappointing. Battlefield, I mean, man, I was looking forward to Battlefield. I was like, this is the year. Battlefield can overcome and become the FPS of the year and beat Call of Duty. But everyone's like, yeah, so we didn't like Vanguard, and this game looks like shit too. Fuck. Fuck. If anything, this might now be, and I wasn't expecting this at all, this might be Halo's year, man. This year could be the comeback of Halo. This could 100% be the game that brings Halo back to the forefront. Because I'll be honest with you, outside of Xbox fanboys, who they have to play and praise every single Microsoft exclusive property, I don't think the last two Halo games were very good. The multiplayer was okay. The campaigns were terrible. The stories were bad. I'm really hoping, I am, that this Halo Infinite is a callback to Halo being a major player in the gaming industry. I want it to become mainstream news again, a game that everyone talks about and plays. I hope. I really do. I genuinely hope. And a lot of people are like, oh, Phil's full of shit. No, you guys don't understand that. Like, I want games to succeed. I do. I don't want games to fail. If you guys haven't noticed, in the last couple of years, things have changed around here. I don't play every single game that comes out anymore. I pick and choose the games that I play. I purposely skip bad games. Back in the day, my shtick was, Phil's the guy who plays every game. And if the game's good, great. If the game's bad, well, even though the playthrough will likely suck because the game's bad, Phil will just basically, you know, what do you call, not haze the game, not lampoon the game. What do I mean? Like, make fun of the game, roast the game. Phil will roast the game during his playthrough and make it funny because he roasts the game, okay? Now listen, I used to like doing that, but over the years, what I have found is that in general, playing better games, all right, equates to a more engaged audience and an audience that's liking what I'm doing more. They'll come back to the streams, they'll come back to the videos, they'll contribute because they're having a good time. When I'm playing a bad game, essentially what happens is within 1 to 2 sessions, people are like, man, this game sucks. Why are you still going back to it? Yeah, I know it's bad and you're making fun of it, but I get it. You said it was bad. Do something else. This is what happens with bad games now. So it's changed. Back then it used to be, wow, no one plays bad games. Phil's the person who plays them and roasts them. Now it's like, well, everyone knows a bad game because everyone roasts games on the internet constantly. So the shtick's over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't take pleasure anymore in playing a bad game. I just don't. I would much rather sit here and just play good games for you guys. And whether I'm good at them or not is another question entirely. It's just the fact that the game is well designed and fun to play. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather do that. So, let's see what happens in the next... First of all, will Halo Infinite multiplayer come out tomorrow? I don't know. If it does, I would love to play it. I'd be all over that. I would drop everything to play Halo multiplayer. So let's see. If it's a shock tomorrow, surprise shock, we'll do it. If not, we'll just do the normal schedule. But I'm very excited now for Halo because everyone who played it, what was it, a month or two ago, who got into that little exclusive access weekend, said it was insanely good. Like, they said it was outstanding and they can't wait for the real game to release. Okay? So, awesome. Let's briefly go through the schedule so you guys know what to expect this week. And then we'll do shout-outs. So, schedule-wise, today, Sunday the 14th, we're back to GTA. So for those of you who've been drooling at the mouth, satiating for GTA content, you're getting your GTA content today. You can relax. Okay? It's coming today. So Grand Theft Auto today on the stream. Yes, we're going to finish up with the initial portion of the game, the Grove Street area. We're going to move on to the other portions. I believe today the map unlocks. You get to go to other boroughs for new story and stuff. Okay, so good. I'm excited for that. Yes, I am going to do optional content like the vigilante missions, the ambulance missions, the fire engine, all that stuff. I'm down for it, but let's see exactly when and how we get to it. I don't remember. We'll take it step by step. Okay, but that's definitely, all this fun stuff is starting today on stream. Tonight on the late stream, Forza Horizon 5 continues. I'm really enjoying this game now. I think I'm about 5 hours into it. And man, there's just so much to do in this game. I got some advice. It looks like some people are going to try to help me tonight to unlock the DeLorean, because last time I wanted to do that, and I tried to do it, and after like over half an hour of gameplay of that stream, I got like 10% towards it. It was like, Jesus, this is going to be a big undertaking. So we'll see tonight how that goes. But definitely the Forza Horizon 5 streams are fun and chill. Great graphics, open world gameplay, and just a nice atmosphere of relaxing and interacting and having a good time talking with each other. So I hope you'll come back tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Come join me. All right? Tomorrow, if Halo comes out, we're playing Halo tomorrow. All right? But if Halo doesn't come out with the multiplayer, then tomorrow will be the continuation of Guardians of the Galaxy. We're currently in, I think it's like chapter 7 or 8 or something like that. Basically, we're about halfway through the game, if not a little further. And the plot's getting better, I feel. I like the character interactions. Actually, this game has shocked me. Yesterday, it had some really serious, dramatic plot. I teared fucking up at Guardians of the Galaxy. I teared up in watching the game. I was like, holy shit. Seriously. The game is that well written that I'm crying playing Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. The only reason I cried when I played Avengers last year is because it was so boring. So that's pretty awesome. So I hope you will come back and chill with me for Guardians tomorrow. It's going to be a great stream. Tomorrow night, Lost Judgment continues on. We're in the midst of many different side quests. There's like a ridiculous amount of side content going on in Lost Judgment right now. Whether it's side investigations, the school clubs, things we're just stumbling upon in the city. It's been fun. Last night was a really fun stream where we did all kinds of crap. So I'm going to do more of that tomorrow night, and I hope you'll join me for that, okay? Now, Tuesday will be more GTA San Andreas paired with more Forza. Wednesday is up in the air. If you guys are craving even more GTA and want it right away, I'm okay with doing a double stream of GTA Tuesday, Wednesday. If that's how you want to end my streaming week, I'm okay with that. But if we want to just keep the alternating schedule going and you want to do Guardians on Wednesday, then we can do Guardians on Wednesday. All right? Wednesday night, likely it'll be more Lost Judgment to end my streaming week. Okay? And then Thursday is my day off for this week. When I come back on Friday, very much what I do will be your decision. Do you want to see me start Pokemon? Do you want to see me continue with GTA or do Guardians? Like, what do you want to see me do on Friday during the main stream? We'll have to talk about it over the course of this week and figure it out, okay? And go from there. I don't want to start a new game and then people are like, why'd you start Pokemon when you're doing 2 other playthroughs that you're in the midst of and you're not far enough in, We'll see. We'll see what people say. And then, of course, Friday night is always my late night stream of Street Fighter, okay? As for my day off that next week, well, if you don't know, I believe that next week is the week before Thanksgiving? No, it's the week of Thanksgiving. Yeah, this next week is the week of Thanksgiving. So if you don't know, Thanksgiving is a national holiday here in the United States. Okay? Likely, I'll be taking off that Wednesday because that Wednesday, I'll go out and go any shopping I need to do for Thanksgiving dinner or whatever that I haven't done yet. And then that Thursday, the 25th, is Thanksgiving Day. And what I'm planning on doing that day is I'm only going to do one stream, but I don't know what the stream's going to be. I don't know if the stream on Thanksgiving Day will actually be just like a vlog where we chill and hang out and talk. I don't know if it'll be an actual gameplay stream of Grand Theft Auto or something like that. I just don't know. I don't know what you guys want to see on Thanksgiving Day. But I'm only going to be doing one stream on Thanksgiving because that night I'm going to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner with my wife. We actually have, things we're planning to do that night to celebrate the holiday. And by the way, also, the next day, Black Friday, I will be streaming all day on Black Friday, which is the 26th of November, but the schedule may be shifted around a little bit because my wife has to work that day, and quite frankly, I really don't think I want my wife driving around on Black Friday, especially because she works retail. I'm thinking that I may drive her to work and drop her off and pick her up, because of how crazy fucking people are on Black Friday. They're complete animals out there. And I'm thinking I might do that just to be sure that she's safe. And because of that, the stream times may be shifted, or it may be like I stream an hour or two and then I take a big break to bring her to work. And then I come back from that, then we continue with the stream. You know what I mean? Like, I might do something like that. So we'll see. We'll talk more about that in the coming week to figure out what we're going to actually do Thanksgiving week, okay? There'll still be tons of gameplay streams and fun, but I got to be sure that my family's taken care of. I'm going to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner with my wife, going to make sure she's okay on Black Friday. You know, that takes precedence over being here every fucking stream, okay? So, all right. Anyway, enough gabbing from me. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm an independent content creator. I rely on crowdfunding to make a living, especially right now with the fact that fucking truck outside backing up. With the fact that most of my playthroughs have licensed music in them and are all getting claimed on YouTube, and therefore I'm making almost no money on YouTube videos right now for ad revenue. I would really appreciate if you guys could support the stream. How can you support it? Right now, becoming a channel member is super important. In fact, since I'm talking about this now, let's check and let's see how many channel members we currently have. I'm curious because I want to see how close we are to the monthly goal. You guys ready for the drum roll? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently at 285 members and climbing. 285. So we're only 15 members away from hitting our monthly goal, okay? We're getting, guys, that's so close. If you're not a member, please consider becoming a member today. All the benefits you get. Highlighted name in chat. Access to all my emotes. You don't have to abide by the slow mode rules. You can talk as much as you want. Chat crown badge. Priority access to nominating games and stuff for events. For example, nominating games for the Christmas event. Getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, as a priority. And other future things. All those things for $4 a month. Please consider becoming a member and join today if you can. We're 15 away from the Christmas event. Super chat or super sticker. Great way to get a highlighted message in the chat and also contribute to the channel long term. Tips. Tips are short-term support that help a ton. If you raise $50 in tips, I'll put on my Gunner glasses. At $100 in tips, you pick a hat for me to wear. At $150, you pick a vest for me to wear, and it looks silly as hell. Tips help a lot in the short term. Tips allow me to pay bills and clear things that I need to clear right now. Also, I get more of a cut of tips than anything else. When you contribute via tipping me, I get more of that than if you do anything else. So it helps out a lot, all right? Please consider contributing in some way. Thank you to anyone who crowdfunds the stream. This is my only income, and I really do appreciate that very much. Fair enough? All right, let's get to shout-outs. First of all, let's do YouTube side shout-outs, shall we? Okay. YouTube side shout-outs. We start off with Meow Mix Meow, who actually upped their membership this morning to become a 3-month supporter. Said, hi, Phil and everyone. Thank you. Cloudsy became a channel member this morning. Thank you to Cloudsy for the support. Stonewall82 also became a channel member this morning. Thank you very much for that. Mario Brothers did a super chat and says, $5 super chat. Says, this is true. I've been playing the 10-hour trial, I guess, of Battlefield he's talking about. Not that much. There's not many weapons, maps. Portal mode is glitched with the customizations. 2042 is not holding up good at all. Damn. There's someone with a first-hand testimonial that Battlefield is not very good right now. That sucks. Darkside Chris has done a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, haven't helped you out in a while. My apologies. Here you go. Thank you to Darkside Chris for the super chat. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Now, I got an honest question for everyone. All right? I got an honest question. Maybe Darkside Chris, maybe you can answer this, or maybe Mario Brothers, or maybe someone else, okay? I've noticed that it seems a lot of people lean towards super chatting than tipping, okay? Now, sometimes tips are extra important, sometimes they're not, but I'm just curious, what is it that has you lean towards doing a super chat as opposed to a tip? Because as I've explained, when you tip me, two things happen. I get it right away, I get more of a cut of it, right? So it's a no-brainer that if you want to support the channel, you should tip. It's a better way to do so. You can tip, by the way. You can look at the description of the video, or you can type exclamation point tip into the stream chat to get the link to pop up. But I'm just curious, is there a reason why you lean towards one or another? What is the reasoning there? Because I'd like to know. I'd legitimately like to know if there's a reason why people do that, right? Senator Zen says super chats are seen by the chat. Tips can go under the radar, but they all appear on the screen. Like, the super chat is over here and the tip is here. I shout them all out, right? Darkside Chris said I made a mistake. You did? I mean, that's not a mistake. Again, Darkside Chris, hey, any contribution is appreciated. Are you saying that you forgot and you just did the super chat? Because, all right, is it convenient? Maybe that's actually the explanation we're looking for. Convenience. When you're sitting on a YouTube stream, you got the buttons right in front of you to do a super chat, right? It's literally right there staring you in the face. As opposed to if you want to tip, you have to do a link, click on it, log into a PayPal. Mario Brothers just responded and said, some people don't have PayPal to do tips. Oh, fair enough. If you don't have a PayPal account, you don't want to set one up, you just don't want to bother with it because you don't think you'll use it for anything else, but it's easy for you to set it up to just do a quick super chat every once in a while. That, okay, 100% I get you on that one. I get that. That makes sense. PayPal is a security risk. That's completely false. Snowdalist, I'm going to say this right now. Snowdalist, don't say that kind of fucking conspiracy theory bullshit. No, PayPal is not a security risk. No one who's ever tipped me in the history of tipping me has had an issue with security because they tipped me via PayPal. Not one person. And I've been doing a full-time streamer for over 4.5 years, and not a single person has had an issue with that. That is horseshit. That's just like saying, oh, the vaccines will make you grow 14 extra arms and make you infertile and shit. Fucking no. I'm not putting up with that shit on my streams. I'm just not. That's blatantly false. You want to have a legitimate reason like, okay, I don't want to have a PayPal account because I don't use it for anything else. It's a hassle to log in. Or, oh, I do super chats because they're right in front of me. They're easy to do it. Click, done. Okay. Now, oh, it's a security risk. Fuck you. It's not. And if you say that, I'm going to ban your ass. It's not. It's blatant misinformation. My Ruin says the super chat is right in your chat box with a $sign next to it. You don't need to sign in or go outside of YouTube. Okay, totally get it. Ease of use. That makes 100% sense. Ease of use. It's in your face. Makes sense. So people said the same thing about Twitch too. The thing is about Twitch with bits. Oh my God, bits are like they were ridiculously expensive. Okay, now that I'm not a partner on Twitch anymore, I can actually talk about bits as much as I fucking want. They can't do shit about it. Twitch bits were a fucking ripoff. Those things were insanely expensive. And their excuse and or justification was the most weak shit I've ever heard. It was, oh, did you hear that 100% of bits go to the content creator? Yeah, but you know how fucking expensive bits are? So just think about this, okay? Seriously, think about this. You're gonna buy 5,000 bits to give to your favorite content creator. All right. How much did they cost? Now, I don't know. I never bought bits before. But people were telling me at some points they had like anywhere from a 30 to 50% markup. So you're spending anywhere from like $75 to $80 to buy 5,000 bits. You give those bits to a content creator, and that content creator at the end of the month gets $50. Where did the money go? You know where it went, you know? And this is something that was rife over there. And the thing was, Twitch always hid it and protected themselves from criticism for it by putting it in the terms of service that when you stream there as a partner, you can't talk about it. Yeah, it's literally in the terms of service saying if you're a Twitch partner, you cannot bring up the value of bits or anything. You can't. You'll get banned from the program if you do while you're a partner. And I'm like, dude, wow, that's fucked up. So you will not let your streamers be transparent about the way they make a living because you put it in the terms of service that they can't talk about it, right? That's pretty messed up, man. So at least here, like, listen, when you do super chats here, I will tell you right up front, YouTube takes a cut. They do. They make money on it. How much? I'm not exactly sure. All right? I don't know. I can tell you this. Your long-term support with the super chats and everything helps a lot. It does. Absolutely, it's helping. And it's building every month. It's building up more and more, okay? And basically, it's going to get better in time. And I appreciate that. It's just weird to me because, like, I tell you guys, man, when you tip me, I get more of a cut. When you tip me, I get it right away. Yet every day, people come in here and do super chat. And I'm like, there's got to be a definite reason, right? A definite reason why people are doing the super chats over the tips. By the way, I don't care. You can do whatever you want, okay? But I understand. I think I'm kind of understanding. If you tip me, it's a little bit of extra work. You got to have a PayPal account. You got to log into your PayPal account to do it. So it's a little bit of an extra hassle to do it, as opposed to the super chats right there. If you have it linked and set up, you just go boop and you're done. Fair enough. Fair enough. And by the way, that's not going to change. You know, any streaming service, they're going to put their proprietary way to contribute right there integrated to make that easy, because they make a cut. So it makes sense. There's no reason for them not to do that. And I'm not going to criticize that. That makes sense for them to do that, and I understand that. So, okay. I'm glad that we had the, that makes sense. Fair enough. Okay. No Gorilla Pimp, PayPal is not a security risk. The biggest risk to PayPal is you being sloppy with your information and somehow having someone find it on the internet and then logging into your PayPal. By tipping someone with PayPal, no, your information doesn't get publicly leaked. No, I don't get your information. No. The answer is no. Okay. Hello, guys. Happy Sunday to you. All right. So, guys, we've done all the YouTube side shout-outs. I have no tips today so far. So, there's nothing to shout out. I have no tips to shout out, so let's take a break. All right? Let's take a break. And when I come back from break, it'll be GTA San Andreas. It'll be a fun time. I'm looking forward to more today. You know, this game has been great so far. I like the Definitive Edition trilogy so far. I like the improvements. And I'm looking forward to more fun with you guys. All right? All right, this Raleigh just got banned for talking shit about PayPal, making conspiracy theories up about it. And you can go fuck yourself. I'm not going to put up with misinformation on my stream. I'm just not doing it. I refuse. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense. Snowdalus, would you like to be permanently banned too? I literally just fucking warned you. So now I'm going to time you out. And you could sit there for 10 minutes and do nothing because you don't listen. And if you ever say that again, I'm going to ban you. These people are morons. They literally believe everything they're told. They're that stupid. Oh, well, I heard from someone that somehow their PayPal got hacked and then this happened and that happened. Okay. Bye. Okay, stupid. Oh, let's see here. All right, let's ban another troll here. Goodbye. So, a couple shout outs. Nate the Great did a super chat. Thank you, Nate the Great. And also, Antihero did a super chat and says, okay, mate, I'm trying to become a member yesterday, but I watch your streams on a phone and won't let me. I've heard about this. Some people have told me that it's actually like it's hard or it won't let you become a channel member on a phone. I don't know because I don't watch YouTube on a phone. And by the way, Antihero, there's multiple ways you could be doing it on a phone. Are you watching through a browser? Are you watching through the app? You know, they're all different. Some people have told me you can become a member on a mobile device. So I don't know. I would have to say you have to talk to someone about it who knows, who does stuff on mobile devices, or if you really want to support, log in quickly, right? Quickly to the channel on a desktop. If you type !membership right now in the stream chat, a link should pop up right here. We're going to give it a second. There it is. There's a link right now in the stream chat that Nightbot just posted. Even if you're on a mobile device, you should be able to click on that link and directly become a member via that link. Okay? That way you don't have to find the link on the channel or anything on a mobile device. You can do it right from there. Okay? Cool. Gorilla Pimp says, what do you mean by being sloppy with your PayPal info? You mean, like, for example, oh, I have a public email address. Oh, but that's the email address I also use to log into PayPal. Right? See what I mean? Like, if you're going to have anything that uses financials, you should have special stuff set up for it. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a break. I recommend that you guys grab a drink or a snack, use the restroom, whatever you'd like to do during this break. And then it will be time for GTA. All right? I'll be back shortly. Thank you guys for your support. Oh, Cooper just did a super chat and said, bad vibe today. I'm going to catch the montage instead. All right, Cooper. Goodbye. Because you've been negative the past 3 days on my streams. So I don't want you on my streams anymore since you're going to be a dick. Seriously, the past 3 days he's like, oh, I'd like to contribute today. And then he doesn't. And then he makes an excuse why he doesn't. And he literally makes a big to-do about it in the chat, too. Like he's trying to get attention for himself. And oh, negative vibes today. I don't. All right, fuck off. Then bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Cooper. I don't need your fucking stupid super chat for you to sit here. You're the negative vibe. You're literally the negative vibe. Okay. Let's take a break. I'll be back shortly, everyone, all right? Just a few minutes for GTA San Andreas. See you in a few. Thanks for your support.